Hey everyone, this is Jesse. I get asked all the time, how long does it take to close a renovation loan? And while that's a simple question, it's not always a simple answer. I'd like to use the analogy of running a relay. Certain things can't happen in the beginning, they have to happen at the end. It's just like you can't hand the baton off to the last person or to the anchor. You have to hand it off to the second person, and then the second person hands it to the third person, and then the third person hands it off to the anchor, right? So what I want to do in this video is walk you through what's our 45-day close look like, right? A 6-week closing for a renovation loan. So in week one, your offer is getting accepted, right? Congratulations, they accepted your offer. It was multiple offers and over ask and highest bid and all that craziness. So your offer is accepted. We are going to button up that application, right? We're going to make sure all the dates, the closing dates are in there, the mortgage contingency dates are in there, everything's accurate. Purchase price, all the context on the contract, you name it. After that, what we're going to do is we're going to disclose the loan out to the borrowers. And then there's typically an attorney review period and a home inspection period, which is in the first few days. I always tell folks, get through that piece before we start to get the contractor or the HUD consultant out to the property, right? We want to definitely make sure you're going to move forward. And the best way to find out that is to have a home inspection done, right? Because you're going to get the expert, get their eyes on the property, see if there's anything that you weren't aware of. Once you're past that, really the next step is to get that either the HUD consultant out or to get your contractor out. And in some cases, both happen at the same time. It just kind of depends on what the scope of work looks like. So you get the HUD consultant out to the property. They walk through what must be done for health and safety, but then you can also talk about some of those desired items. In week one, we're also getting the initial contractor package out to the contractor. This is going to tell us who the borrower is going to work with. Are they properly licensed and insured and in good standing with the state? Do they have references? Things like that. And then while all this is happening, we're also getting the loan prepped into processing, right? So those disclosures get sent out. They also need to be signed by the borrowers. We're going to also just get the file prepped and ready for underwriting review. Okay. Then we're going to move on to week two. And things that happen in week two is we start to receive some of these figures back from either the HUD consultant or from the contractor. And so we take those figures and update our loan to reflect the real numbers. And then the file starts to go into underwriting for that initial approval. And then we're able to take those figures and order the appraisal. Now, these appraisals are done a little differently. It's going to be the cost, purchase price plus improvements. And then the appraiser's going to be looking for comparables as if the property's finished, right? They're not looking for as is comps. They're looking for as if the work was finished. So in week three, we're really looking for that initial approval to come out, working for the appraisal to come back. The borrower starts to firm up who their homeowner's insurance is going to be. And then we start to do our contractor validation piece. So all that is happening in the first 3 weeks. After week three, we start to finalize the approval process, right? We're getting the appraisal back. We're reviewing and submitting in those conditions that might have came out from underwriting. And then by week five, we're starting to get a clear to close. We're starting to get the closing date scheduled. We're getting the initial loan estimate and final CD signed. And by week six, if all goes as planned, we hit those timelines, we're getting ready for closing, right? We're getting the closing package out to the title company. We're getting the wire sent out, and we're getting prepared for a traditional closing. And then after that happens, that's when the money moves down from our closing. The funds go to our draw department, and that's when the work can begin. So hope that clears it up. I'm going to actually attach a little bit of a flyer that will give you a breakdown, further detail. But if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Take care.